President Joe Biden and his leading Republican challengers are both juggling schedules with a busy primary calendar rapidly approaching. Former President Donald Trump is blending court dates with campaign appearances, while President Biden tries to shore up his numbers on the economy and immigration. A lot going on. Fox's Doug Luzader joins us live from Washington with more. Hi, Doug.
Good morning. Well, it's getting pretty busy. I mean, we have Iowa kind of in our rearview mirror now, and everyone is looking ahead to the next contest next week in New Hampshire.
Hello, New Hampshire.
Former President Trump last night at a rally in New Hampshire. It was a quick pivot from a New York courtroom earlier in the day where Trump watched jury selection in his defamation case. The judge warned him to keep quiet, and Trump later went after him.
And he's a nasty judge. He's a Trump-hating guy.
But Trump's legal woes don't seem to be hurting him. Recent polls in New Hampshire give him a double-digit lead over his closest competitor, former UN Ambassador Nikki Haley.
I trust you because I know 75% of Americans have said they don't want a Trump-Biden rematch.
Florida Governor Ron DeSantis is coming off a second-place win in Iowa, but with a tough landscape in New Hampshire, he's banking on a resurgence in South Carolina.
I think what it says is that we consider New Hampshire, South Carolina to both be important, as well as Nevada, by the way.
President Biden, meantime, will be in North Carolina today touting the economy. But back at the White House, he is stymied on a deal to secure Ukraine funding and shore up the southern border, despite meeting with congressional leaders yesterday.
The president himself said over and over again that he is willing to move forward on border. And so we said we have to do both.
We understand the necessity about Ukraine funding, and we want to say that the status quo is unacceptable.
Yeah, the status quo in immigration. Immigration is going to be a big issue, of course, in this election year. Meantime, Congress also has to come up with a stopgap funding measure to prevent a partial government shutdown. Dina.
Man, there's just a little bit of everything happening right now, Doug. When it comes to what voters are worried about, do we know, have we narrowed down the topics that are going to bring people out to the polls during primary season?
Well, it's always been the economy has been the leading one, and especially in this case when people are still dealing with the aftermath of rampant inflation. Now, inflationary pressures have eased somewhat. That's obviously good news, and the Biden administration is counting on the economy moving in a good direction this year. But there is still a lot of unease as far as that issue is concerned, and of course, immigration, especially with Republican voters, still looms large here.
Yeah, absolutely. At the end of the day, it's when you're sitting down looking at your bank statement or looking in your wallet that probably impacts you the most. Doug Luzader, thank you as always, live from Washington this morning.